For decades, traveling across America has meant two things: soul-crushing highway traffic or the endless stress of airport security lines. While the rest of the developed world has been whizzing between cities on sleek, high-speed trains at 200 miles per hour, the United States has largely remained stuck in the slow lane. But the wait is almost over. Right now, a new era of American infrastructure is being built beneath our feet and over our horizons. We are talking about massive multi-billion-dollar mega-projects that are finally bringing true high-speed rail to the land of the automobile. By 2030, the way we move across this country will be fundamentally transformed. We aren't just talking about slightly faster commuter trains. We are talking about game-changing, world-class rail networks that will make flying look like a relic of the past. From the deserts of Nevada to the mega-regions of the Southeast, these projects are the biggest physical undertaking in the U.S. since the interstate highway system. Let's get straight into the 6 American high-speed rail projects that will finally connect the country in 2030. The first project on our list is perhaps the most famous and definitely the most ambitious. Now, if you follow the news, you know this project has faced its fair share of critics, mostly focused on the massive price tag and the long construction timeline. But if you actually go to the Central Valley right now, you won't see a project in trouble. You will see the largest active construction site in the United States. They are currently building over 100 miles of high-speed infrastructure across the heart of the state. This system is designed to connect the massive population centers of Los Angeles and San Francisco at speeds of over 220 miles per hour. That means you could travel between the two cities in under 3 hours. Right now, workers are raising massive viaducts that span miles of valley floor, carving out the path for tracks that will eventually carry clean, electric trains. One of the most incredible parts of this project is the Hanford Viaduct in Kings County, a massive structure over 2 miles long that allows the train to fly over existing roads and farmland without ever interrupting the local flow of traffic. This isn't just a train, it's a total economic restructuring of California. It will turn cities like Fresno and Bakersfield into major transit hubs, allowing people to live in more affordable areas while having fast access to the major coastal job markets. By 2030, the initial operating segment in the Central Valley will be nearing completion, finally proving that high-speed rail works on American soil. This project is the pioneer, the one that is doing the hard work of figuring out how to build this technology in the U.S. once and for all. Next up, we are heading to the desert for a project that is moving at lightning speed, Brightline West. This is a private sector project that aims to connect Las Vegas, Nevada, to Southern California. While the California high-speed rail is a massive state-funded endeavor, Brightline West is showing the world how the private sector can get things done fast. Using the median of Interstate 15, the project will run fully electric trains at speeds of 180 miles per hour. If you have ever driven between LA and Vegas on a Sunday afternoon, you know that the traffic is a complete nightmare, often turning a 4-hour drive into an 8-hour ordeal. Brightline West aims to solve that by offering a 2-hour trip with all the amenities of a first-class flight. They have already broken ground, and because they are using an existing highway corridor, the construction is much more straightforward than other projects. They don't have to build as many massive bridges or dig as many deep tunnels. By 2030, this line is expected to be fully operational, likely being the first true high-speed rail in the country to carry passengers. It will take millions of cars off the I-15 every year, drastically reducing carbon emissions and making the trip to the world's entertainment capital easier than ever before. It's a project that is literally being built on the promise of speed and convenience. Our third project takes us to the southeast, focusing on the expansion of the existing Brightline system in Florida. Brightline has already achieved something incredible by connecting Miami and Orlando with a modern, higher-speed rail system. But they aren't stopping there. The vision for 2030 includes a full expansion to Tampa, creating a high-speed corridor that links the most important economic centers of the Sunshine State. The current line already reaches speeds of 125 miles per hour, but the expansion toward Tampa involves even more dedicated tracks and faster speeds. What makes the Florida project so significant is that it has already proven the business model. People are actually using the train. The stations are becoming centers of urban development, with new apartments, offices, and retail spaces popping up around them. By 2030, Florida will have a fully integrated rail network that allows tourists and residents alike to move between major cities without ever needing a rental car. It is a model for how regional rail can revitalize a state's economy and change the culture of transportation. Moving to the heart of the country, we have the Texas Central Railway. This project is seeking to connect the two most populous cities in Texas, Dallas and Houston. The proposal is to use the Japanese N700S Shinkansen technology, which is widely considered the safest and most reliable high-speed rail in the world. We are talking about a 90-minute journey between two cities that are currently separated by a 4-hour drive on one of the most dangerous highways in America. This project is massive because it connects two huge economic engines. Imagine the commuters, the business travelers, and the students who could move between these hubs with ease. The project has cleared major regulatory hurdles and gained significant support from both the public and private sectors. By 2030, the vision is to have these sleek blue and white trains flying across the Texas landscape, turning the Dallas-Houston corridor into a single massive economic powerhouse. This project is a testament to the fact that high-speed rail isn't just for the coasts, it is a vital tool for the growth of the entire nation. Fifth on our list is a project that is essential for the entire Northeast: the Gateway Program and the modernization of the Northeast Corridor. While much of the talk about high-speed rail focuses on new tracks, the most important work is often fixing what we already have. The Northeast Corridor, which connects Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, New York, and Boston, is the busiest rail line in the country, but it is plagued by aging bridges and tunnels that are over a century old. The Gateway Program is a massive multi-billion-dollar project to build a new tunnel under the Hudson River and completely overhaul the rail infrastructure around New York Penn Station. This isn't just about maintenance, it's about increasing capacity and allowing for true high-speed speeds across the entire corridor. Using funds from the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law, Amtrak is working to eliminate bottlenecks and replace ancient bridges like the Susquehanna River Rail Bridge. By 2030, these improvements will allow Acela trains to reach their true potential speeds of 160 miles per hour, over longer stretches of the track. It is about making the most important transit artery in the U.S. resilient and fast enough for the needs of the 21st century. Finally, we have the Cascadia high-speed rail proposal in the Pacific Northwest. This project aims to connect Vancouver, Seattle, and Portland. This region is already one of the most innovative and fastest-growing parts of the country, but the geography makes travel between the cities difficult, turning a trip between Seattle and Vancouver into a less than 1-hour journey. Think about that. You could be in a different country in less time than it takes to get through your morning commute. The project is currently in the planning and environmental review stages, with massive support from the leaders of Washington, Oregon, and British Columbia. By 2030, the goal is to have the project fully designed and under construction, creating a unified economic mega-region in the Northwest. This corridor is home to some of the biggest tech companies in the world, and connecting them with high-speed rail would create a level of collaboration and economic growth that is hard to imagine. These 6 projects represent a massive shift in American priority. For a long time, we were content with just building more highway lanes. But we have reached the limit of that approach. High-speed rail offers a way to move more people, faster, and with a much lower environmental impact. It's about more than just getting from point A to point B. It's about the kind of country we want to build. When you look at the engineering involved in these projects, it is truly mind-blowing. In California, they are building some of the most advanced seismic-resistant viaducts in the world. In the Northeast, they are using massive tunnel-boring machines to dig beneath one of the densest urban environments on Earth. In Texas, they are adapting world-class Japanese technology for the unique conditions of the American South. One of the biggest hurdles these projects have faced is the sheer scale of the land and the complexity of the colonial-era property laws in the U.S. But as we move closer to 2030, many of these legal and regulatory battles are being won. The momentum is finally on the side of rail. The federal government has committed tens of billions of dollars to these projects, the largest investment in passenger rail since the creation of Amtrak itself. This funding is providing the stability that these mega-projects need to move from the planning stage to the construction stage. But what will life actually look like in 2030? Imagine waking up in a suburb of Las Vegas, boarding a Brightline West train, and being at a meeting in downtown Los Angeles 2 hours later. You've had your breakfast, caught up on your emails using high-speed Wi-Fi, and arrived refreshed rather than stressed from fighting traffic. Or imagine a business owner in Houston who can easily visit clients in Dallas twice a week without the hassle of airport security or the exhaustion of an 8-hour round-trip drive. This is the reality that these projects are building. They are creating a more connected and more productive America. The environmental impact is another huge piece of the puzzle. Most of these high-speed rail projects will be fully electric, powered by a mix of renewable energy sources. The High-Speed Rail Authority has committed to running the entire system on 100% renewable energy. This means that as we transition our power grid to wind and solar, our transportation system will automatically become greener. By moving millions of passengers from cars and short-haul flights onto electric trains, these 6 projects will represent one of the biggest single steps toward reducing the carbon footprint of the United States. We also have to consider the urban revitalization that comes with these projects. High-speed rail stations aren't just places to wait for a train. They are massive economic engines. In cities like Orlando, Miami, and soon Las Vegas and Fresno, the areas around the stations are seeing huge investments in new housing and commercial space. People want to live and work near these hubs because it gives them access to the entire region. This leads to denser, more walkable, and more vibrant cities. It is a total reversal of the suburban sprawl that characterized the 20th century. The engineering behind these tracks is also light years ahead of the freight rails we are used to seeing. High-speed tracks have to be incredibly precise. They are often built on concrete slabs rather than wooden ties and gravel, which allows them to maintain their perfect alignment even under the stress of trains moving at 200 miles per hour. The curves have to be much wider, and the grades much flatter. This requires massive amounts of earthwork and thousands of specifically designed bridges and overpasses. Every single mile of a high-speed rail line is a masterpiece of modern civil engineering. In the case of the California high-speed rail, the challenge is also about elevation. To get over the mountains that surround the Los Angeles basin, the train will have to travel through massive tunnel systems. These aren't just holes in the ground. They are sophisticated structures with advanced ventilation, fire safety, and drainage systems. Digging these tunnels through the complex geology of the Tehachapi Mountains is one of the most difficult engineering tasks ever attempted in North America. But once completed, it will provide a high-speed link that has never existed before, truly uniting Northern and Southern California for the first time. Brightline West is taking a different approach by staying in the highway median. This is a brilliant use of existing public space. The project avoids most of the land use conflicts that often slow down rail projects. It also provides a constant visual advertisement for the train. When people are sitting in bumper-to-bumper traffic on a Friday night, they will look out their windows and see the high-speed train flying past them at 180 miles per hour. It won't take long for them to decide which way they want to travel next time. In Texas, the use of the Shinkansen system brings a level of operational excellence that is legendary. In Japan, the average delay for the Shinkansen is measured in seconds, not minutes. Bringing that level of reliability to the U.S. would be a total cultural shift. If Americans can rely on the train to be on time every single day, it will become the default choice for millions of travelers. The Texas Central project is also focusing on a total system approach, meaning they are designing the trains, the tracks, and the signaling systems to work together perfectly. This is much safer and more efficient than trying to run high-speed trains on old, multi-purpose tracks. The Northeast Corridor's transformation is perhaps the most difficult, because they have to do the work while the busiest rail line in the country is still running. It's like trying to rebuild an engine while the car is driving down the highway at 60 miles per hour. They have to do much of the work in short windows in the middle of the night or on weekends. But the payoff is huge. The Northeast is one of the most productive economic regions in the world, and its success depends on the ability of people to move between its cities. By securing the tunnels and bridges for the next century, Amtrak and its partners are ensuring the economic future of the entire East Coast. As we look toward the Cascadia project, we see the future of international cooperation. Connecting 3 major cities across a national border is a complex task, but the benefits are undeniable. It would create a unified region with a combined GDP that rivaled many large countries. It would allow for a much more flexible labor market and encourage innovation by making it easier for people to meet and collaborate. The Cascadia project is a reminder that high-speed rail is a tool for building geographic and economic bridges. By 2030, these projects will no longer be dreams or lines on a map. They will be massive physical realities. Thousands of miles of new track will have been laid. Dozens of new state-of-the-art stations will have been built. And millions of Americans will be experiencing the thrill of high-speed travel for the first time. This is not just about the convenience of the traveler. It's about the strength of the nation. A country that can move its people and its goods efficiently is a country that can lead the world. The construction phase itself is also a massive job creator. These 6 projects are providing work for tens of thousands of people in highly skilled trades, from surveyors and engineers to steel workers, and operators of the world's most advanced tunnel boring machines. A whole new generation of Americans is learning how to build the infrastructure of the future. This expertise will remain in the country, allowing us to build even more lines in the decades following 2030. We are currently building the specialized workforce that will maintain and expand this network for the next 50 years. The rolling stock, the trains themselves, will also be a marvel of technology. These aren't the bulky locomotives of the past. High-speed train sets are sleek, aerodynamically designed machines with electric motors distributed throughout the entire length of the train. This allows them to accelerate and decelerate much faster than traditional trains and makes them incredibly quiet. Inside, passengers will find a level of comfort that rivals any luxury lounge. With spacious seating, high-quality dining options, and steady cellular and Wi-Fi connections, the train becomes a productive workspace or a place of total relaxation. Security and safety are also major focus points for these new projects. High-speed rail lines in the U.S. will feature the most advanced signaling and automatic train control systems in the world. These systems are designed to monitor every aspect of the train's performance and the condition of the track in real time. If even a small obstacle is detected on the track, or if the train exceeds the safe speed for a certain section of the line, the system can automatically slow or stop the train. This level of safety is why high-speed rail has such an incredible track record globally, and American systems will be no different. Another often overlooked benefit of these projects is the impact on local airports. Many of the busiest flight routes in the U.S. are short-haul trips like LA to San Francisco, or Dallas to Houston. These flights are often the ones most susceptible to delays, and they take up valuable gate space and runway capacity at major airports. By moving these short-haul passengers to high-speed rail, we can free up our airports to focus on the long-distance and international flights they are better suited for. This makes the entire transportation system more efficient and less prone to the kind of cascading delays that plague our current network. As we get closer to the 2030 milestone, the excitement around these projects is only going to grow. We will start to see the first test runs of the trains. We will see the first stations opening their doors to the public. And most importantly, we will start to hear the stories of how these projects are changing lives. Whether it's a student who can now attend a better university because they can commute from home, or a family that can more easily visit relatives in another city, the human impact is what truly matters. The financing behind these projects is also becoming more innovative. While federal and state grants are providing the foundation, we are also seeing more public-private partnerships. This allows for a sharing of risk and reward, and can help move projects forward faster than government funding alone. This model, which has been successful in Europe and Asia, is finally being adapted for the American market. It shows that there is a real appetite from investors to put their money into the future of American transit. The road to 2030 hasn't been easy, and there will surely be more challenges ahead, but the progress that has been made in just the last few years is staggering. We have gone from talking about high-speed rail to actually building it. We have the technology, we have the funding, and we have the will to get it done. These 6 projects are the vanguard of a movement that is sweeping across the country. They are the proof that we can still do big things, and that we are still a nation of builders. Imagine the map of the U.S. in 2030. Instead of just a web of highways and airport routes, there are thick, vibrant lines connecting our major cities. These are the high-speed rail corridors. They are the new arteries of our economy, pumping people and ideas across the landscape at speeds we could only imagine a few decades ago. They are the physical proof that we have chosen a more connected, more efficient, and more sustainable future. The high-speed rail revolution is not just about the trains. It's about the bridges that span our rivers, the tunnels that pierce our mountains, and the stations that serve as the new cathedrals of our cities. It's an investment in the very fabric of our society. It's a commitment to our environment and to our future prosperity. And as these 6 projects continue to grow and reach their completion in 2030, the United States will finally be able to take its place among the leaders of world-class transportation. Every ton of steel that is shaped into a rail, every cubic yard of concrete poured into a viaduct, and every hour of labor put in by a worker on these sites is a down payment on that future. These projects are the biggest story in American infrastructure today, and their impact will be felt for generations. We are finally building the country we deserve, and the high-speed rail lines of 2030 are the tracks that will take us there. From the sun-drenched valleys of California to the dense corridors of the Northeast, the sound of construction is the sound of a country on the move. It is a reminder that even the most difficult challenges can be overcome with vision and perseverance. So whether you are a rail enthusiast, a regular traveler, or just someone interested in the future of our country, keep your eyes on these 6 projects. They are the ones that will finally connect America in a way it has never been connected before. As we look at the progress of Brightline West or the incredible engineering of the California tunnels, it's hard not to feel a sense of pride. This is America doing what it does best, tackling the impossible and building something enduring. The high-speed rail network of 2030 is more than just a transportation project. It is a symbol of our national ambition. It is a sign that we hasn't lost our touch for grand, collective achievements that make everyone's lives better. So, as the cranes continue to lift and the tunnel borers continue to dig, let's support these efforts. Let's look forward to the day when we can board a train and feel the rush of moving at 200 miles per hour across the American landscape. That day is coming sooner than you think. The wait will be over, and the country will finally be connected like never before. The future of travel is on the tracks, and it is moving at high speed directly toward us. The sheer scale of the investment, the complexity of the engineering, and the profound economic and social impact make these 6 high-speed rail projects the most significant infrastructure developments of our time. They are the key to a more mobile, more sustainable, and more prosperous America. They are the projects that will define the next decade and beyond, and they are happening right now across the country. By 2030, the map will be different, the journey will be faster, and the United States will finally be a high-speed nation. The era of stagnant travel is ending. The age of the high-speed rail mega-project has truly begun. And as we watch these 6 projects reach their final milestones in the coming years, we can be confident that the best is yet to come for American transportation. The tracks are laid, the vision is clear, and the destination is a more connected and unstoppable America. Let's keep moving forward.